This video and its content are operated underneath the guise of the Fair Use Act.
Boy don't play. 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 Boy don't play.
Hey y'all, what's happening? What's poppin', everybody? Come out, come on in the room. Yes, this is impromptu, but I think y'all are going to enjoy this live very, very much. So we're just waiting for our special guest to arrive. Hey, Miss Karletta, how are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored. How are you?
I am the same, thank you. So I know you wanted to come on and you had some things that you wanted to ask and say and get across. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you. I appreciate that. I'm very, I'm cool with your son, Maine. Maine is a friend over here. So I know it's a lot that's been going on with your family. Did you want to discuss that?
I mean, we can. If it's something that is off limits, I'm gonna just tell you I ain't gonna answer that. But I'm okay to answer some questions.
Okay.
Okay.
So we know there's a lot that's been said, and we've watched a lot of stuff unfold online in front of everyone. Things
Hmm.
that are normally private matters have been made worldwide news, because let's be honest, the internet goes um
Yes.
in lieu of a lot of the things that have happened. I know one of the things that a lot of people are concerned about is what happened between Karlissa and your dad.
Okay. So let me clear this up first and say y'all probably not gonna like what I have to say about that whole situation completely and totally, but hear me out through the end before you pass judgment, okay? So let me say this. Carlissa, if if it were me, I wouldn't have left my dad. However, I understand why she left my dad.
Okay.
Okay? My dad is hard to deal with. He's the type of person that if you take anything from him, I don't care how small it is, it could be minute, something as
Right.
advice. You can ask him for a question. And then because you invited him in with asking him for advice, he comes in and he takes over.
Gotcha.
Okay. Same thing that Carlissa does with her
Hmm.
kids. So that's where she got it from.
Right.
So, and the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So, him wanting her to call children's services and do all of that extra stuff to Rock,
Hmm.
that, that's normal for him. So, I don't know why she was caught by surprise. He did it to us. He called children's services on our mama every time he didn't get his way.
Wow.
That's how we grew up. Our whole childhood, it was like children's services was always involved every time he didn't get his way. That was his answer. I mean, when the kids get in trouble, if it's minor trouble, y'all seen the clip where him and Maine was riding in the car together and Maine fake like he was running from the police and he was like, pull over and let me out. I'm finna tell him.
Yeah.
That was no bullshit. On everything, he was not joking. He was
Now,
dead ass. Like,
we were laughing about that because we thought it was funny, but that's really how he is.
yes.
Okay, so then let me ask you this. When he went to California, um, to our understanding, it was to be in support of Jonathan. I'm going to call him Jonathan because that's what you guys call him. And I'm going to respect the fact that that's your family
Mhm.
member. And let's just make this very clear. I understand that you are human and this is your life. So I'm not trying to be messy and take you down places you don't want to go. I'm going to
Okay.
respect you.
Okay.
But when he went to go to court for Jonathan, um, was it to be supportive?
It was to be supportive, but what you guys don't understand, because y'all are on the outside looking in, is the way he supports is just not. So put it like, let me break it down like this, because I think this is a better understanding for everybody.
Okay.
My dad is 73 years old.
Hmm.
He's been this way for 50 years because I'm 50.
Right.
This is the way he was raised. Times have changed. Parenting techniques have changed. Things have changed. He
Right.
hasn't changed. So
Right.
therefore, if you expect for him to help you or to be there for you, and to do everything for you, you have to remember that it's going to be the way he's used to doing it because he has not changed.
Right.
And for you to expect him to change, you're fucked up. Because my dad is 73. The way he is now is how he's going to be till he leaves this
Right.
earth. So you can't change him. You have to change how you deal with him.
Right. At first when I seen him, the first interaction we saw of him was him telling somebody, "This is my blood. These are my seeds. You have no say over this." And for me, I'm like, okay, I understand it because I know a lot of times from the things we see, it looks like people are crossing boundaries, but we didn't
Henny,
understand what was going on. So at first we like, oh, we on Dickie's side, but now we're understanding
Henny,
something different.
Henny,
Yes,
Henny.
Miss Karletta.
That man tell me when it come to my kids. You don't tell me I'm Nate Daddy. First of all, and then I got a smart mouth, but I try to be as respectable as possible. But sometimes he do push me to that part, so I don't really. But he just like he will argue with me about my kids that I carried for 9 months and laid up in labor and delivered. He gon' he don't care about none of that, none of that. So what y'all saw is what we see on a daily. Like y'all just
Gotcha.
got a snippet of it. We've been living with it for 50 years, 52 years.
Right.
That's just who he is. So why I said I wouldn't leave him, I wouldn't have left him because he would have never been there in the first place.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't have invited him because I already know how it's gonna go. He's gonna say what he's gonna say, and I'm the one. Them his babies. Who said that? Them is not him babies. Them is my babies. I pushed them out. Them my babies. You
Right.
sound like him. But I mean, I just know that if I would have invited him, if I would have said, "Hey, pull up, I got this going on," or "Maine got this going on," and we just, we don't want to be the only family members at court. We need some support. It would
Right.
specifically be for support. Just come sit down and be there and do what he do, right?
Right.
No, he's getting ready to turn up just like he did every time. So therefore, I would not have invited him. I don't know why she invited him
Well,
because that's who he has been.
we thought he was coming in there like he had researched your dad looked like he did. Your
Oh,
dad?
he definitely researched the case, and
Okay.
he probably could do a better job than the lawyers.
Right.
However, he will fire the lawyers, and you ain't paid for them, bro. Come on now, this not your money right here. I paid for
Right.
this. How you gonna come in here and tell the lawyer how to do his job when I paid for this? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? At least let us hear what the lawyer had to say because we retained him for a
Uh,
reason. He'll come in and take over, like take over.
well, honestly, I did kind of make a joke. I was like, I think he gonna go in there and try to run the case because he give that energy like he's not gonna play with nobody.
And
And
was,
and
and
I,
was.
I saw where last night you and Maine were live, and you were like, she let him do an interview. Are you aware he did another interview today?
I seen the interview. But
Now
are you aware
that
that
energy
that
had.
his perception of shit is his perception of shit?
Right.
Like, like, how can I put this? For an example, I could say that he thinks that my mom is the worst person on the planet Earth and thinks that I shouldn't deal with my mom because he thinks that my mom is the worst person on planet
Oh
Earth.
wow.
I don't get to have my own opinion or my own feelings about my mom.
Okay.
So you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like it's that I get it, I get it. He old school, but he just too far old school because times have changed and we're changing.
Right.
We're growing, we're evolving, and it's just like he don't want us to let he don't want to let us grow. He don't want to let us parent. Don't get me wrong, my dad is a superhero. If I called my dad over here right now and said, this tree is in my way and I need it moved because and I don't have the money to pay somebody. My dad gonna come over here at 73 and try to figure out how to move the tree.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's nothing that he won't do for us. It's nothing that he won't do for us. But I have learned to don't let him do nothing for me.
Because
Because if he do something for you, now he own you.
mm, yeah, you're right. The way that things are playing out, it is giving the apple not falling too far from the tree because we see a lot of this behavior in Karlissa. Um, have you spoken to her since the incident happened? I know y'all don't, but I just figured maybe something might have, maybe she sent a message through somebody because I know you don't fool with her.
I
Don't give me the side
mean,
eye, Karlissa.
I don't like, no, like this. That's one thing y'all gonna learn about me. When you tear your ass out them drawers, you can't put them back on. You can't stitch them up. You can't. What she tried to do to my mom and said about my mom, bro. Nah,
That
nah.
was the
Ain't
last.
no coming. Not my mama. It's three things in this world that'll get you killed. Four. My mama, my kids, my grandkids, and my money. Them the four things you can't fuck with, and you can't come back from that.
Understandable. That
That
is
was
so
why when she sent my mom that money, send that shit back. We don't do No, we don't do that. We don't do no hush money, no charity money. No, we don't do that. We don't do that.
absolutely. I understand that. I know you've handled this honestly with a lot of grace when you come on here, when you do come live and I catch your lives, you handle this with a lot of grace. And I know that just a lot. How is this affecting your family itself as a whole?
Well, it affects us some. My daughter just told me the other day she wished she had a normal family, so that bothered me.
Mhm.
That bothered me a little bit, but I don't let it affect me. I'm a businesswoman. I have, my clothing store boutique that I'm opening up. I'm a licensed insurance agent, broker in over 25 states. I have real live things going on, and I don't have time for social media all the time. And Jermaine Maine said, "Don't say this," but like the energy be too weird for me. So, and I know that I'm straightforward, I'm blunt, and so I try to not let it affect me too much because, like, I say how I feel and I feel how I say, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or hide it, and I'm not gonna let somebody take my energy off. So I don't deal with her, but I take breaks from people all the time. Like, oh, I take a break from you in a minute. I take a break from my kids. I take a break. You acting like if I know that you got my freedom and my livelihood, me questioning whether it's worth it, my freedom, I gotta take a break from you for a few minutes. So
Absolutely. I
this
get
is
it.
not the first break that I've had from Karlissa. This is not even the longest break that I've had from Karlissa. I went 3 years without talking to her. I'm going on year number 2 without talking to my other sister, Faith.
Wow.
I'm going on year 3 without. I'm not that type of person. If I feel like your energy is off or you're going to cost me my freedom, I gotta back up off you because I got too much going for me.
Right. And that's how a lot of people should be, and I respect that because a lot of times we allow people to do things and get away with things because of the title of family, because we share blood or whatever. And protecting yourself is the most important thing. So I definitely respect that. Is there anything that you want people to know or
So I want people to, like, I know y'all have y'all feelings about Karlissa and I have mine, but at the end of the day, this is we grew up in a household that was divided, where we had to pick a side. We didn't get to bounce both sides. We had to pick a side. And unfortunately, picking the side that she chose has her in the situation that she's in right now, even with her kids and with her parenting, everything. Because, you know, and at the end of the day, my dad is perfectly imperfect.
Mhm.
He doesn't, I even the cussing out her husband, like, what you thought her husband wasn't supposed to ride with her? He stood before the congregation, God. I was in the wedding. We was all there, and the Bible said that they was ride or die. So how
Right.
you expect him to choose you over her when he got to go home with her? So if she crazy on the internet, what y'all think she gonna be at home? I mean, we got
You're right.
we got to be realistic about some stuff. We got to be realistic about some stuff. Um, And I mean, I couldn't imagine the position that she's in. And this is not a pity party. This is just me being a grandmother, being the truth. I couldn't imagine the position that she's in, having to be nice to one mother in order to see them kids and fake like she not nice to the other mother in order to see them kids. Like I don't have that division. So that gotta be hard. I don't know what I would do. I got 11 grandkids. I don't know what I would do if I had to do what she's doing.
Well,
First of all,
I
I
mean,
wouldn't do what she's doing. I like, it's all being the baby mama, the grandmama on the daddy side is ghetto as hell. It's ghetto. I don't care how you put it. It's ghetto. You can't talk to them like you talk to your kids. Like I could tell my kids exactly how I feel from the beginning to the end, and they're gonna either like it or they not. But they still gonna respect
right,
me. But the baby mamas don't gotta respect me. So I gotta kind of like dance. I gotta kind of dance around what I say.
right.
I gotta figure out a way to say it a little bit better with cool. Like I can tell my daughter, like, girl, I'll fuck you up about my grandkids. I can't tell that to my son's baby mama
Right.
because
So
she's gonna be like,
right, she has control over that child, so she
right.
can
So
say,
she could say when I can and when I can't. And that part is hard. It's hard. I don't like the way she dealing with it.
in the way now this what you said, I understand, I get it because I have kids, so I'm the baby mama, so I get it from this side. The only thing is the other part of it, the speaking of the baby mamas online, that kind of adds to um
So would y'all rather her do it behind their back?
no, I would rather, honestly, if I'm, you want my opinion on what
I do. I do. I want to
I
know.
to see all of this settle because I feel like the children are the ones that are suffering. Okay, because um they need to have some type of relationship. I do feel like grandmothers pet play a pivotal part in the upbringing of children. Um, However, on the other side of the coin, I do kind of understand as a mother that deals with, I've never had that situation, but if I had to deal with that, I would choose not to. I just don't want to deal with it. So I get both sides of it. I just
so
hope there's
so
some
let
type.
me cut you off for one quick
Mm-hmm.
moment. Let's play devil's advocate for a quick moment. First of all, I'm gonna put myself in Karlissa's shoes.
Okay.
I would not ever want a relationship with Rock after she jumped on me. Period.
I don't think.
I would expect for my son to mediate between me and Rock for visitation of my child. I wouldn't My grandchild, I wouldn't put her down on the internet, but I wouldn't fuck with her under no circumstances. I'm never fucking with nobody that I had to put my hands on or that put their hands on me because I'm going to be thinking every time we around, oh, this is my time to get my one. Like I'm always gonna want a rematch,
Was
especially if you won.
and I agree
So
with you.
so that part I understand. I We can't just completely place blame all on Karlissa because John plays a part and so does Rock and so does Jayden. They all play a part. See, the difference between them is they throw the rock and hide their hand. She just throw the rock and stand there. And what? And what? And what? See, you got to remember that people don't just wake up today and be like, whoever said Carlissa hit that girl first, that's not what I'm talking about. I could see that you're not following me because I understand she hit her first, and I didn't say who started it.
Right,
I just said
right.
once the fight happened, to me that was the end of the relationship.
Yeah,
Period. Like we can't come back from that. This is not my sister that I fought. This is not my cousin that I fought. This is my son's baby mama, and I'm gonna just keep it all the way 100. Even if I don't like my son's baby mamas and my son's baby mamas don't like me, it would have it would have never got to that level. Never. Even if I talked shit and said some smart shit out of my mouth to them, out of respect for my son, they would have just left. So before the first blow was thrown, it was words exchanged. It was words exchanged.
you're
And
right.
out of respect, I'm gonna give you a backstory. My ex mother-in-law ain't like my ass from the day that I came into her son's life.
Uh-huh.
Called me all out my name. I just called my mama on her. I got somebody for you because I'm not gonna disrespect you
Right.
because I wasn't raised like that. So I called my mama. Give me 1 second. This is Karletta. Can I give you a call back in a few minutes? I'm in the middle of something. Okay, give me a few minutes. Alrighty. Bye-bye. Sorry, duty calls, but it's after hours. Why she calling me? But so I'm just saying it's the respect level. So the respect was already gone. And I'm not defending Rock. I'm not defending Karlissa. I'm just simply stating the facts.
Right.
Like, if you have respect for your man, I don't care what his mama said. You just don't do that. Like, and Karlissa, you do got to give respect to get respect. But when you see that somebody's disrespectful, you keep yourself from around them. How y'all in the same house and she don't respect you and you don't respect her?
But see, I can agree with you. Once we start fighting, that's been introduced to the relationships.
Correct.
Now, let me just address something really quickly. What's being spoken about right now is not who's right and who's wrong.
Not at
This is about
all.
as a whole. So I need you guys to listen to the situation and what she's saying in the scenarios. Because I know right now what people are expecting is for me to be like, well, she threw the glass jar and Jonathan told her. And I know that's what you guys want, but that's not what she's speaking on. What she's speaking on is the fact that neither one has a respect for either one. Both of them have fought one another. It's best for them to stay away from one another because that relationship could never come back to what it once was. Because in the beginning, we did see where the two of them had a pretty good relationship with one another.
Mm-hmm.
Once that happened, I agree with you. That's just like if I have a fight, a physical fight with somebody who's a friend of mine, we can never be friends again.
No, and we could be cool associates. Hey, girl, but we friends. Pull up to my house. We
No,
go out to dinner. No, 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 no. And I don't even go a step further. It took me years to get past things that people that I fought still, and I'm 50. Sometimes I'd be like, damn, I remember I had to fuck her up. Ooh, let me move in case she want her one back, and I might not be who I was 20 years ago, and I'm going to jail. So let me move out this because my vibe is off.
right.
Like, and I don't want to be in that environment because my vibe is off. Not that I'm scared, because I'm not. No, it's just that I have too much to lose. So I separate myself from situations like that. So, and as far as like John telling her to get her,
Well, he did
I,
admit
I,
to it, Karletta.
I, that's where I'm stuck at. See, because me, I'm built different. See, when he said get her, I wouldn't have threw the glass at Rock. I would have threw the glass at Maine. I would have, like, right then and there. No, I wouldn't even did that. You know what I would have did? Because I'm gonna just keep it real. Get me? Okay, you motherfucker. Both you motherfuckers stay right there. I'll be right back.
Right back.
Going up them steps real quick. Oh, and if you don't let me get up the steps, it's okay. It's a whole bunch of other stuff in this kitchen. But I would have
Okay.
never charged that Rock. I would have charged at him. Because the one thing is, if you don't have no respect for me, how could I ever expect anybody around you to have respect for me?
That part right there. I'm with you. I'm with you.
And even after, like, she stopped her husband from going out the door. No, no, baby, I'm gonna need you to go out there and get them. Cause I got my ass beat up in here. I'm gonna need you to go out there and hold the bitch so I can fuck her up.
No, I would have sent him after him.
Yes.
Like, I'm
No,
just
no, no, because we could catch him at any time. We could catch him at any time. Oh, he will be back.
mother to mother. That's how I feel about it. Like
Me too.
I would be
Yeah.
really pissed with my son, and not to. We're gonna speak facts since we speak in facts and the things that are out there that we know of. It's not just that situation for me. It's also the other situations. It's the blatant disrespect, the cursing her out, the calling her out her name, things of that nature. Like me personally, I'd have been done with my own child because there's no way all of that is going to happen. But that's me personally. That's not saying that's what I think anybody should
I,
do. But
I can't tell
where,
you how I feel about that because I have never had that happen.
right. But where did this come from, Karletta? Because I know you've watched him grow up. So where did this hostility in their relationship stem from? Do you know?
I'm not gonna answer that because your audience ain't gonna like the answer that I have.
Okay.
But I will say this: he wasn't raised like that. That ain't how he acted. years on top of years. And in fact, uh, yeah, I'm gonna just say that. I don't know. Mm-mm.
I know where you were going with that. I know where you were going with it. But before that, he put them out that house too. Before two women that were in there. So it's
Again, again, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. When when I was younger, my grandmama used to make this little comment about you smelling yourself. And when you were smelling yourself, you did shit that wasn't right. Cause you just smelling yourself right now, and you got to come down off of that funky ass smell that you got going on.
that's true.
I never knew what she meant about I was smelling myself until I had kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know what she meant about I was smelling something because they be smelling themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I will say this: sometimes it's the way. Hey, little boy, get out and take your dog with you. It's the get out, Debo. He rolled his eyes at me.
Ah,
He won. He rolled his eyes. That's stroller baby. He rolled his eyes. But anyway, so what I was gonna say is I'm not gonna sit up here and fake like me and my kids haven't had our issues.
mm-hmm.
The thing about it is I had to learn that they're adults now. So the way I talk to them, I have to talk to them like I would talk to any other adult.
Right.
I don't think that my sister has learned that yet. And the reason I don't think that she has learned that is because that's not how we were raised. Our parents still talk to us like we they kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 50. You see what I'm saying? So it's like she got to figure out a way to break them generational curses because, honey, like your relationship with your kids be on a different level. Me and Maine get into it every other day, but it be in a joking man. He irritates my soul purposely.
We see it.
Purposely. I could be minding my own business, doing everything that I'm trying to do, and he will come in here and cut my computer off. He just aggravates me on purpose. But instead of me, getting agitated, I just realized that this is just who he is. He plays too fucking much, and I'm not in the mood to play. And before, I used to be like, motherfucker, and then I'm like, he was 16. This is when I stopped doing it. He was 16. He was going to school to take a science test,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't take the garbage out the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And so I woke up, motherfucker. If you don't take that goddamn garbage out, let that garbage sit down, and you miss school and you flunked that motherfucking test, but I flipped out like a fool, like complete and total. What I was raised, get
With
your
how you
motherfucking ass in
right.
here, sit your motherfucking ass down, you know what
Right.
I'm saying, type stuff. So I flipped out like that. So when he came home from school, I always asked every day, how was school? So I said, how was school? He was like, thanks to you, I flunked my test. Like, yeah, you want to know how school was? I flunked my test. And I was like, so at that moment, I realized that I had to change how I dealt with him. Because
Right.
like, dang, I made you flunk the test. And I never thought about it because that was the way I went out to school. You better not miss that motherfucking bus.
Right.
If you miss that motherfucking bus, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You're gonna walk to school. You know what I'm saying? So I had to change the way she got to get to that place. When she gets
Yes.
to the place that she talked to them like they're adults,
Mm-hmm.
she'll have a better relationship with them.
I
But
agree.
she got
I
to
agree.
start first with apologizing. She got to apologize.
Well, one of the things that I say is because she's apologized multiple times, posted, I
Yeah, but your apology
apologize. And
got to be
but
real. It got to
apology,
be real.
right.
You
For
can't
me, I
apologize.
always
That's like domestic violence. My nigga whoop my ass and then be like, baby, I'm sorry. And then he come back 2 days later and whoop my ass again. Nigga, you was not sorry.
right. And see, I say apology without change behavior is just bullshit wrapped up in a pretty bow. So it's like I think that there could be hope, but she's got to be willing. I think she's stubborn.
She's stubborn as hell. But the thing about it is she's not ever going to get Rock's respect or Jaden's respect as long as she don't have John's respect.
That's
So
true.
she got to start there. If she can get rebuild a relationship with John, she possibly could if I were Rock, I would not ever fuck with her. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry.
I'm on the
Like, you
same
know what I'm saying?
page with you.
I don't know. You could apologize to you blue in the face. Jaden too. You could apologize to you blue in the face, but baby, you will never get another chance to drag me and dog me the way she has dragged and dogged them. Never would she get that chance with me again. So I don't know. Like, I'm healed, but I ain't all the way healed.
Listen, you're a work in progress like I am. We healing. We're not healed. There's a difference, but
Cause
you know,
honey, mm.
um, what Andre? We have not seen Andre, heard from Andre, or any of that. Is Andre in communication with anybody? That is because I
so
know him and Maine were close, and you know,
so let me say this. I'm the auntie that I tell it like it is.
mhm,
So, and I'm not gonna side with you because we got a common enemy or we beefing with the same person.
right.
So if you beefing with her and you come to me and you think I'm supposed to just ride with you because we both beefing with her, if you wrong, I'm gonna still tell you wrong. Andre don't like that. He want me to ride with him. And I'd be like, nah, bro. Like, you can't convince me. You could convince me of a lot of stuff. She got on the internet, told your business. I could believe that. She did this, she did that. I could believe that. But some of the stuff that he wanted me to believe that she did, no, I ain't believing that. You can't make me believe that. Because at the end of the day, I know her. I know her. I know what she is gonna do, and I know how far she gonna go.
Right.
So some of the stuff I already be knowing, yep, she finna take it to hell. And but then I know when she gonna stop. So
Got
like her leaving my dad, I know that she left my dad to keep from taking it to hell. Cause she wanted to take it to hell. And she might have wound up in jail. So you know what I'm saying? So I don't, like I said, I understand why she did what she did. I don't agree with what she did, but I understand why she did what she did. As far as Andre, that's my nephew. That's my first nephew.
mm-hmm.
Andre spent a lot of time with me growing up, and I love him to death. And it just is what it is. But I'm not riding with you. I'm gonna ride with you, but I'm gonna tell you that you wrong while we riding. Like, I'm gonna go with you to commit this crime, but goddamn it, you gonna hear my
You
mouth the
gonna hear my
whole
mouth
way to
going
the
and
car.
coming.
And if we get caught, boy,
You gonna hear
you
my
really
mouth.
gonna hear my mouth. I ain't gonna tell them folks, but your ass gonna
Right.
know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he don't like that. He want me to ride with him. As far as him and Maine go, him and Maine grew up like brothers.
Mm-hmm. Maine told
So
me that.
I think that they will repair whatever is going on.
Mm-hmm.
They just taking a break right now, and that's okay to take a break right now. You know, they growing in different directions.
So, do you have a desire to meet any of what would they be? What would they be? Your great nieces and nephews, like Jonathan's kids,
I I I I won't say I don't have a desire. I won't say that I won't meet them and I'm against them or anything, because kids are kids and they're
right?
innocent. But I would like to meet them and build a relationship with them in a safe space. Like, I don't do the drama. You not going I don't want to I don't keep company with people that I got to be looking out the side of my eye at. I don't keep I don't put myself in those situations. So I want them to heal a little bit before I can deal with them. And like I love the kids. You can send the kids here. Kids can come anytime. The kids ain't got nothing to do with this. They are innocent. Period. But the moms, I just like right now, like all that hoorah, hoorah. Like I'm not built like that. And I don't want to be around somebody that you come over here and I tell you, I'm gonna always give you some knowledge.
Right.
I'm going
Right.
to always tell you how to be a better person, but you have to be receptive of what I tell you. So I don't want to surround myself with people that aren't willing to learn or take heed. Like, I didn't get where I am in life easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had a hard upbringing. It wasn't easy, and I made some mistakes along the way, a whole lot of mistakes. And there's no rule book to parenting, and there's no rule book to how to be a decent human being
Mhm.
because you're watching your environment. You are a product of your environment, but it's your responsibility at some age to change your environment. So,
Absolutely.
so when they ready to change their environment and change how they deal with stuff, I'm ready. Like I don't have no problem with that at all.
Okay.
I
Well,
was a little
is it
offended that I looked around because I follow Jayden, and Jayden is a sweetheart. Like I don't have an issue with Jayden. I follow Chrisean. I don't have a. I don't. I mess her name up, and I'm gonna get in trouble. I follow Rock. I just be watching. I just be watching, and I will say this: mugshot or not, that was the prettiest picture that I've seen of her in a long time. She looks healthy.
yes.
She
Yes.
looks healthy. And I hope that when she comes home that she is um I hope that I hope that she's healing in there. And I wish that people would stop trying to feed her negative energy while she's in there. Do y'all understand that postpartum depression is real? So one, she's away from her baby.
Hmm.
Two, she isn't past the stage of postpartum depression. She's not past that stage.
People
And
think it's
three,
just
she's
when you
in
leave a
jail.
valuable. Right.
Like
Away from her baby.
away from her baby. So like, I mean, stop sending her stuff. Like, I don't know. That's I said I was told I wasn't allowed to say this, but that's weird to me. That's weird. It's
I
weird.
mean, for me, I honestly agree with you. I don't agree with people writing her letters telling her what's going on online. Let
Ooh,
her
Karlissa
deal with what
said,
she.
so what?
Right. Let her do what she got to do. She's got enough on her plate. I don't think people realize that postpartum isn't just right after you have the baby. And
No,
then
it's a long
and
time.
then you don't know what she's feeling in there not being with her son. That's her first and only child. So you don't know what she's feeling in there. So all of this stuff from the outside, I don't stand with that. I don't call up there. I don't ask people to call up there and find out anything. If something gets posted online, it gets posted online. Other than that, I do believe that everybody deserves a personal boundary. There has to be a boundary, but unfortunately, I think with social media, people have access and feel entitled to no matter who it is. I mean, there's probably times that I've looked at some stuff and I've felt entitled to some things because I've looked at it. So as I'm learning and growing myself, I'm learning to learn what to say, what not to say, when to keep something to myself, because just because I do this doesn't mean I have to always have an opinion on something. I can keep some things to myself in the pocket and not spread it.
I'm gonna tell you something. Yesterday, and this is no better than Karlissa, despite how y'all want to play it, spin it. It's y'all are no better. Somebody called me yesterday and was like, "Oh my God, I heard Rock got 8 years."
Okay,
I flipped. I flipped. First of all, she just got where she going. She ain't even seen the judge yet. Why
thank
would
you.
you put that negative ass energy out there? But then y'all want to jump on here and be like, Karlissa, Karlissa, Karlissa. Y'all do the same shit. Y'all just not don't have a big audience like Karlissa do. But y'all do the same shit.
Mhm.
Speaking, what you say out of your mouth could hurt somebody.
Yes,
You speaking it into existence. Stop saying that.
exactly.
But if Karlissa do it, drag her to hell. But y'all half y'all do it.
Absolutely.
Make it make
Feel
sense.
the same
Run
way.
that back. Make it make sense. Like if
And
it
these
don't make
people down in the comments will tell you, I always tell them, pray, stay positive. Don't even think anything negative. She gonna come home. She gonna be there with her baby. Whatever she gotta do, she gotta do. And that's that. There's nothing anybody can do to change the situation that's already in play. It just has to play out, but don't speak over that. I also
exactly.
over here, I don't play that speaking on kids or any of that stuff over here neither. I don't do any of that. But I totally agree with you about people doing that. And I can't believe is it somebody you know, or was it just some random person on the
Oh, it was
internet?
somebody I know, but they got
Oh,
it off
okay.
of somebody on the internet. And I was like, hey bro, don't call my phone with that shit.
Yeah. Well, Miss Carletta, is
And
there
then they want
any
me to give them tea. I'm not baby, whatever tea I get on the inside, because I get tea from the inside.
right?
I'm not about to get on here and tell. I'm not clearing up nothing. Y'all think what y'all want to think. I'm not clearing up nothing when it comes to them. And then, like, as far as like, it's just I don't know. I don't know. It's messed up.
Yeah.
But and it's also not right to drag Jaden.
No.
Cause y'all like Rock more than y'all like Jaden. Don't mean drag Jaden. Just you don't like her, but you don't gotta drag her. Like that's crazy. So because like when do y'all at some point be like, I'ma just be happy that both of them look like they happy?
Now,
Because
I
both of
said
them
that.
needed a break from the common denominator. They needed a break from him, and they got it. My heart is broke that my nephew is getting the break that he need in
Right.
jail. It's
Right.
broke, but they all needed this right here. They all needed some time apart, and we don't know what God got in store for them. But what I do know is God don't make no mistakes, and for Him to separate each and every one of
Every
them
one of
in their own little box so that they can stay away from each other. This is
hello.
right here. This is growth. This is their opportunity to grow and be better and do better. So stop writing that girl and sending her stuff that's breaking her down because y'all are not behind the wall with a gate around you that you can't leave. Y'all get to hug and kiss on y'all babies at night. That girl don't get to hug and kiss on her baby at night. Do you know how hard that is?
Come
You
on, Miss
don't because
Carla.
you ain't been in that
Right.
situation. Shut the fuck up sometime and let this girl. God, she got enough on her plate. Y'all, like, yeah, this is too much.
Absolutely. Miss Carletta, you just put the stamp and seal on everything I be trying to get across to everybody. I'm really loving. I really like you, Miss Carletta. I've liked you from the beginning.
And wait a minute, I'm the witch Karlissa. First of all, you just said nobody dragged Stewie. Bitch, you just drug her by calling her Stewie. Her name is Jaden Alexis. Stewie is not her name. Stop doing that because at the end of the day, they kids gotta see this at some point in time. What her son is old enough to get on the internet on TikTok and y'all on here calling his mama out her name, but y'all want to be supportive of Rock and Blue. Come on, man. What about the kids? Support the kids.
Hello.
But y'all better than Karlissa though. Y'all better.
Mm. Well, Miss Carletta, is there anything else that you would like to say? Because I know you had something that you had to do. I've enjoyed you. You can always come back whenever and have a conversation. I don't mind at all.
So I was
Um,
supposed to shout out my business. I was
yes,
told to,
please
but
do.
you know what? I don't even feel like this is an appropriate time. We're gonna do it at another time. I feel like right now the energy is about healing, and I'm not gonna promote my business while we trying to promote healing. So I'll do that at another time. I'm
But you
loaded up on my
definitely
page, and if they want to go on my page, they can go on my page and see it. But I just want to say that I'm not gonna get spiritual real quick. I
go
just
ahead.
I just want to say a prayer real quick for John. Say her name for me because I don't want to call her Rock.
Chrisean.
Chrisean and Jaden. Father God, we come to you right now today and we ask that you bestow healing on each and every one of them. Give them the opportunity to clear their vision and clear their hearts and clear their mind so that they can prosper in every way. I want them to be up mentally, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. In the name of Jesus, only you, Father, have the opportunity to come in and touch their heart, renew their souls and their faith. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. All right, Miss Carletta. Well, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for giving us this time and opportunity. I really appreciate you. Again, you come on by anytime, even if you want to just come up and talk about your business, because I know you do a couple two, three things.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Carletta,
Everybody
get
go
to
get
a
you some
bag.
life insurance. You ain't gotta choose me, but the policies is not that expensive. Don't let nobody sell you no term life. Get you some whole life and make sure that you ain't leaving your kids in a situation that they shouldn't be in the event of an emergency. Because one thing about Rock, one thing about John, and one thing about Blue, they got enough to bury they loved
Right.
ones and themselves. Do you have enough to bury you?
Oh, period.
While
Mm,
we all up in their business. Make sure your business is together first.
I like that. All right, Miss Carletta. Well, you have a good evening. Thank you again, and we hope to talk to you again
You're
soon.
welcome. Have a good one.
You
Bye
too.
bye.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, and be sure to follow me on IG at Henny Reviews, and follow my other YouTube channel at Henny Reviews for court doc reads, content review, and much, much more. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.